guys. I'm on a plane. Of course. I had about 9 hours at home. And to sleep. So I guess like 18 hours at home. Which was fab. You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? You guys hear me now? You guys can hear me now? Okay, good. Oh my god, what a week. What a week. Where do I even begin? Truly, guys, I don't know what to think or say.
That's in the dinner was at Maggiano's. That is on Sunday. Okay. Saturday.
I'm just like, I'm feeling so humble and grateful.
Like, anytime you say something's wrong,
I'm so tired.
in my head.
I'm so tired, but I'm so grateful. Hold on, I'm gonna put these back in because I feel like the mic might be better.
Or do you guys usually have significant others downtown too?
I'm gonna give you guys like the briefest summary before this thing goes off of everything that happened. Can you guys hear me still? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. So let's see. I happen to have a week off in September before this tour that I'm leaving on right now for. And girl, so I had this week off, and I'm walking back home from a pizza place in Chicago, and I get a DM on Instagram from 2 people that I follow. One was Jamal Sims from Drag Race, who's a choreographer, just worked with us for All Stars, and you know, every time I go into Drag Race especially, I'm very professional, and sometimes I feel like that backfires on me for the judging of the show because they want you to be more relaxed and more improvisational and have fun and more on the fly, but being a pro means being planned and being early and being structured and da-da-da-da. And I think that that works well with, like, you know, dance choreography sessions and just the dance world and stuff like that. So the fact that Jamal took notice of that was so amazing. And he DM'd me and he asked if I was available to do the VMAs. And then Brett Nelson also DM'd me, said looking for drag queens for the VMAs. Brett is Sabrina's creative director and Doja Cat's creative director, and I've been following for years. It was such a gag. But he's so sweet. So I said yes immediately, didn't care about anything else. I was like, yes, it's happening, yes, yes, yes. That was on Thursday, and it hadn't been confirmed until Sunday night. And then by Sunday night, we were sent flights, and Monday we were in LA for rehearsals. We were in a sound studio for 4 days rehearsing this number. We blocked it and reblocked it and blocked it and reblocked it and just kind of changed it a million times just to see so many different versions. There were versions where the queens started it up at the bench at the beginning. There was a version where we had a spoken moment, like we had an improvisational, like, acting moment, me, Simone, and Willem, where we were talking, like, and getting the number started. It was so cool. There was versions after versions after versions done, but the last version that we did was, like, I think the best version. Is so good. And then, you know, we did rehearsals for a long time, and there were moments when Sabrina would come in and just do it herself, and we would go off into the side and, like, wait, so she could have a private rehearsal. there's a lot of waiting around, but that's just the studios, you know. And then Sabrina, she came in. I would say she came in for a total of like 3 hours of rehearsals only, like in total, like if you add them all up. She learns super fast. She is so unbelievably kind. She is so warm, so inviting. There was not an ounce of elitism or ego or any sort of like, you know, celebrity status. She felt like just any other person, and you know, she'd turn around with us while we were waiting, kiki with us, and we were just gagging, you know, because she was so nice. Yeah, I don't know, I remember being like, just, I don't know, it's all such a blur now because it happened so fast, but the best part about it was creating this little family that we did for the past week, because, you know, we were with each other like 12 hours a day, and it was such an honor to kind of feel like I was one of these incredible queer people that are so featured and so in the celebrity spaces, like Honey Balenciaga and Deshaun Wesley, and it's just so cool. It's just so cool. JB, our choreographer, was just such a pleasure to work with. She is so professional and so good, so inspiring. There were moments when she would just play hype music to get us all going, and she was just so much fun. It really did feel like a little family that we got to build for that time. And you know, before we even performed it, we were all getting emotional because it was ending, and I was extremely emotional after we performed because this is just the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. It truly, it's just so special. And oh my God, where do I even go? So after rehearsals on Thursday, you know, we found out that the queens were able to walk the red carpet, which is super cool. It was really stressful getting the red carpet prepared in like 3 days. Personally, put me on stage a million times. Get me in front of an audience. Get me into a crowd. I love being on stage. Prepping a look, getting a look together, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate the stress of networking, of contacting
Folks, flight ticket afternoon, welcome aboard flight 3603. We're heading to Columbus here shortly. Quick 45-minute flight today. Mostly smooth ride expected, with the exception of the last 10 minutes, maybe a little bit of light turbulence. Currently 70 degrees there with scattered clouds, vertical winds 5 miles an hour. Welcome aboard.
I hate a red carpet. I don't hate a red carpet. I just, the prep for it was so stressful. We had 3 days to get a red carpet look together. It was a lot. But I'm really proud of my red carpet look. It was very androgynous. It was cool. There's this kind of space I'm in right now where my drag is kind of masculinizing.
You have to stop at a Target now, so I can pick up a quick long sleeve.
Boy looks are kind of more feminine, and there's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of just feeling a lot more genderless these days, and I kind of wanted to represent that in my look. Also because it was VMAs, I wanted to do something kind of spacey and cosmic, and I'm so grateful for Johnny and Kyle and my stylist that helped me find Bad Bitch Tong Tong, who's amazing. I was so honored to wear them because honestly, Bad Bitch does a lot of queer artistry, and it's very androgynous and cool, and I felt really cool and sexy, and yeah, it was just so fun. And I just, anybody that, you know, had anything to say about my body or anything like that online, or like the quality of drag that I'm doing, if it didn't fit their mold of like completely feminized drag, I don't give a fuck, because you're so far behind if you're still thinking like that. You know,
Ladies and gentlemen, just complete the boarding process for 3603 service over to Columbus. At this time, prior to closing that boarding door, we do ask all passengers be seated. Seatbelts fairly fastened and visible to your crew for safety checks. Tray table seatbacks on the pull-up unlocked position. All personal belongings stowed completely under that seat in front of you. In the overhead compartment, items cannot be held in your lap, placed between or behind your legs for taxi, takeoff, and landing. As an additional safety reminder, the unlikely event oxygen is needed on today's flight. Please remove any personal face coverings prior to putting on an oxygen mask to ensure the mask is secured and sealed properly.
anyways, my goal with the red carpet look was to kind of represent the bi-panic vibe that a lot of people feel or comment when they like look at my stuff. They're like, bi panic. It's really this idea of representing just beauty and not gender, beauty and masculine, beauty and feminine. If there's beautiful things to me that can be either mask or femme, and I really don't want to feel like I have to fit into the box of what Drag Race tells everybody we need to look like we need to look like a 90s supermodel that, you know, RuPaul has kind of told us that we need to look like I want to just look like myself, and I'm really proud of that look. I thought it was so cool and sexy, and I'm so proud to have worn that bitch. It was such a dream to wear them. But overall, the performance was just so magical. The whole night was so magical. We all kept saying it was going to go by so fast, and it sure did. It was like, out of all the runs that we did on the day, there were some mistakes and messiness, things that I was like a little worried about. But the actual performance was perfect. Everything went perfect. It was just like, I just got to soak in it all. Also, a few of the fans have clocked this that I was doing the dance break. And I just couldn't resist, like, if you have a dance break for a song, I'm gonna want to learn it. And so for rehearsals, thank you to Malik and Honey for teaching me the choreography. I learned it like the second day maybe we had rehearsals. And I don't think that I was supposed to, but nobody said anything, and Jasmine, our choreographer, didn't say anything, and me and Deshawn were both on the stoops on each side doing the choreography, so I felt like it balanced it out nicely and it looked okay on stage, and I'm just grateful that I was able to do something besides just decorate the stage. You know, I really wanted to dance, so I was really grateful to do that. And I don't know, this is just really one of the most special moments of my life. Afterwards, we got to go to an incredible after party that Sabrina threw. It was all Studio 54 themed, and she wore Cher's actual Bob Mackie gown. She was so lovely. Okay, wait, let me tell you about this really cool story though. At the after party, everybody was there, of course. It was like Doja Cat, and Kate Renata was spinning, and Tate McRae and her team were there, and Pink Panthers was there, Ice Spice was there, Rosalia was there. It was a gag. There were so many cool celebrities. But the coolest part of it was I recognized someone that I knew from Tate's team who's a hairstylist. So I said hi to him, and he was like, "Who were you here with?" I was like, "Oh, we just did Sabrina's stage. I did some Drag Race, and I'm a drag queen." And he was like, "Oh my God, Tate loves drag queens." And I was like, "I love Tate." And so he grabs my hand, and he goes and introduces me to her. Then I got to say
door is now closed. Please ensure approved portable electronic devices, including cellular telephones, are not placed in airplane mode or the cellular service is on.
And she was so sweet, and then I was like, we should go find Sabrina, I don't know where she is. And so she's like, yeah, I agree. And she grabs my hand, and she takes me to the dance floor, and we can't find her, and so she just keeps holding my hand, and then we just dance to Kate Renata. So me and Tate McRae are dancing to Kate Renata for like 2 or 3 songs, and I was just like, my mind is blowing, like, what is happening? She was so fucking nice, and she's just such an incredible dancer, and so an incredible person. I was just so impressed, and her whole team is so incredible. Ludwig Simpson, an incredible designer, artistic director for her now. So good. I just like can't believe how many incredible people I got to meet this weekend. And I did get to say hi to Cat's Eye so briefly. It was right before the red carpet. They all crossed, and I said hi to Megan, Anon, and
what's your favorite?
Sophia. Sophia actually talked to us, and we were complimenting her nails, and then Manon also. I said hi, Manon, and she was like, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful." I was in my red carpet look. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just so floored, you guys. Like, I'm really feeling like this is the start of something new.
Is
I'm
our top
manifesting a lot more
priority.
greatness.
Please pause for a
around me.
moment to give your attention to the following safety briefing. Even if you are a
I gotta
frequent
go.
flyer,
I love you guys so much.